I loved it. I left anyway. Not because it went bad, because I had gotten too big for it. And that's a much harder thing to admit than I hated my job. 10 years at one of the most demanding creative organizations in the world. Milan, Paris, Barcelona, global creative direction. Earned slowly, one specific piece of work at a time. The real thing. And in the last stretch of it, I kept running into a feeling I didn't have really the words for. I was still excellent at the job. I just wasn't right for it anymore. If you've ever looked at a career you've built well, a good one you're actually proud of, and felt something you couldn't quite really name pulling you toward the door, stay with me because I'm going to show you how to tell the difference between a career you're tired of and a career you've outgrown, and the one move to make the day you know. We carry more of these than we admit, the ideas that keep coming back. Mine arrived on Highway 17 outside Santa Cruz, driving with my mom in 2012. An idea for a men's professional activewear line. A category nobody was really building yet. I teared up in the car. No plan, no reason. I just knew it was big. The way you know something in your body before your head catches up. Here's the timing that matters. It didn't arrive when the career was failing. It arrived when things were going great. 10 years in, at the peak, that's almost always when it shows up. That idea became a brand I actually built and ran for several years. It came and went, but the pull that showed up on Highway 17 didn't. That same pull is what ATP now is for me. Here's what actually happened at the career level. When the American teams got let go, the clear story was right there. The company moved on, so did I. Easy, true enough to tell at a dinner party. It wasn't honest. The honest version is two things were true at the same time that year. I loved the work, the travel, the craft, the rooms I got to stand in. And I'd outgrown it. Both happens at the same time. Nobody preps you for that combination. You brace for the day you hate the job. You don't brace for the day you still love it, and you're already gone. I spent over 20 years building across design, performance, and creative direction, including a parallel career built inside a full professional life. Before we get into it, ATP Field Notes, articles I write, drop every Tuesday. They're free, they're weekly. It's one idea for building something that's yours without blowing up the life you've already built. And the link is in the description. Now, on to the 3 signs. The first sign doesn't feel like a warning. It feels like competence. The work got easy. There's a moment in a career you built well where the work stops asking anything new of you. You're good. You're trusted. You can do most of it without being fully there. That feels like arrival. And it's usually the first sign you've outgrown it. So here's a test. When did this role last ask you to do something you didn't already know how to do? If you have to reach back more than a year to answer, sign 1 is already there. According to an article published by the Burning Glass Institute and NYU's School of Professional Studies in June 2026 titled Sidetracked, The Hidden Crisis in Mid-Career Mobility, nearly a quarter of mid-career professionals, 24.2% across 1.3 million career histories, are stalled, steadily employed, no real promotion in 5+ years, wages barely moving. Cost of the plateau over $43,000 across 15 years. Here's the reframe the report never makes. That number only counts for who's stuck. It never asks why. For a lot of driven people, the honest answer isn't underperformance. It's that they got too good for the role and never left. So ask yourself, is your current plateau a competence problem, or did you outgrow the seat and just never stood up? Excellence tells you you can still do the work. It was never built to tell you whether the work still fits you anymore. The second sign shows up in how you talk. You catch yourself defending it. Okay, so listen to yourself the next time somebody asks you how the job's going. Are you describing it or are you defending it? There's a difference. Description is flat and easy. Defense has an edge. A little too much justification stacked up. We defend the decisions we haven't made yet. A fit doesn't need defending. The career earned your loyalty. That's real. But loyalty keeps you in rooms you've outgrown, long after you've stopped growing in them. I did this. For a while, I could feel the pull towards something else. And every time it surfaced, I'd list the reasons the current thing was still great. All true, all besides the point. I wasn't answering the question. I was arguing with it. And this is where the honest line lives. The one it took me too long to say out loud. You can be excellent at something you've outgrown. Call it evolution. Evolution inside something already good is harder to name than failure. There's no villain in it. No bad boss. No bad year. Just a quiet gap between who you've become and what the role still needs. So the first two signs are about the career. The third one isn't. It's the idea that won't leave. The clearest sign you've outgrown a career isn't about the career at all. It's the idea you keep coming back to, the one that shows up on the drive home, in the quiet part of the morning, the one you keep not starting. That reoccurring idea is the next chapter, already knocking while you're still in the current one. So, what do you keep thinking about that isn't your job? Say it out loud. That's the data. For years, the job funded the life, and that's legitimate. That's what a good career is for. But I was also quietly letting it answer a question I hadn't asked out loud. Why hasn't the thing I actually care about started moving? The paycheck was real. It was also the reason I got to keep not answering. So here's the one move this week. 2 sentences in writing, not in your head, on paper. First, I outgrew this when blank, the specific thing, date it if you can, not why the career failed. It didn't. What you outgrew and roughly when. Second, the idea I keep coming back to is blank. Name it plainly, no plan required. Just name the thing you've been circling. The first sentence is the admission the guilt's been blocking. The second is the direction. Most people never write either one. You can do both before the week is out. If just what came up has been sitting unresolved longer than it should, that's what a clarity call is for. It's free, it's 45 minutes. You leave with one clear next step. The link is in the description. If this was useful, please subscribe and like this video. It helps me a lot. A new video drops every week. And if someone you know needs to hear this, please pass it along. The right video at the right moment changes things and lives. Okay, so one last thought. You didn't waste the career by outgrowing it. Everything it gave you, the skill, the credibility, the standard you hold yourself to, none of it resets. It carries. It's the foundation the next thing gets built on. The career was real. What you build next gets to be real too. And it's not too late to start.